say some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No, if you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your book and come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. This is some days you gotta give. This is some days you gotta take. That's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you will see. The city streets are full of people going nowhere, making time.
It's a Tuesday. Why is my microphone so low? I got a lot of problems right now. 9:04, Daily Show. Good morning. We got a good one for all of you. Going to be talking in just a couple of minutes to our friends of the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. Tara Hurst is going to be joining us and filling us in on, some of the latest that she's been working on, including a new Women Empowering Women Riverbend chapter that starts July the 18th. It'll be on the third Friday, of each month going forward. She'll join us and fill us in on the latest, plus just her time in the council. Then at 10:10, we're going to be talking to At.Adam Rodgers and getting the latest from the Alton Municipal Band. They have their season starting this week, and we'll get the latest details on upcoming concerts and ways that we can be a part of it. Then at 10:35, really excited about this one. We're going to be talking to 5 Iron Golf. Now, this is really cool. It's a high-tech indoor golf and social experience over there in downtown Clayton, brand new. We're going to explore how this new 8,300 square foot venue combines Trackman simulators, pro-level instruction, and even a full bar and restaurant incorporated into a casual setting built for golfers of all skill levels. So really cool to have them coming on the show too in the next couple of hours. But now here's what you need to know at 9:05 on this third day of June. Authorities have charged Hosea Burgess and Jermaine Stiff with unlawful possession of a firearm by repeat offender following that fatal shooting in Alton on the 28th of May. The incident occurred around 9:33 p.m. on Lawton Street when Donald Lane, 41, was found with a gunshot wound inside a vehicle and later died at a hospital. The shooting is believed to have resulted from an encounter among acquaintances, not a random act of violence. Burgess is held at the St. Louis City Justice Center awaiting extradition, while Stiff remains in custody locally. Investigations are ongoing, and officials urge anyone with information to contact the Alton Police Department. A fundraiser has been launched to support Hannah, a Jerseyville mother of 2 who remains in critical condition following a severe car accident on Reddish Road on the 3rd of June. We might have that date wrong. Hannah suffered multiple serious injuries, including broken limbs, fractured ribs, and a collapsed lung, along with brain bleeds and a broken back. She is currently on life support. Additional complications include strokes on the left side of her brain and a clot in her neck artery. The community is coming together to help cover her extensive medical and reconstructive expenses. All funds raised will go directly to Hannah's mother to support her and her young daughters, Zadie and Austin. The organizers urge everyone to contribute and keep Hannah in their prayers as she fights for her recovery. You can find that link for the GoFundMe on RiverBender.com. Also in the news today, Mind's Eye Radio is sponsoring the National Baseball Association World Series from July 20th through the 25th at venues in Edwardsville and Caseyville. The event brings together blind and visually impaired baseball players from across the country to compete in beep ball, the sport where the ball emits a beep to assist players. Mind's Eye Radio, dedicated to supporting the visually impaired community through audio translations and podcasts, also sponsors the local Gateway Archers beep ball team. Volunteers and sponsors are still needed to help with logistics like guide dog daycare and transportation. The organization emphasizes inclusion, celebrating opportunities for blind players to engage in America's pastime. This was a quick turnaround. Plantum, new plant store located at 302 East Broadway in downtown Alton. Emily joined us on the show just a few days ago. We were able to stop in on Saturday, and man, she has a nice spot. It's quickly become a sanctuary for plant lovers, for those seeking comfort through greenery. Owner Emily Tucker balances her role as a dental assistant and a mother. Opened the store after discovering the therapeutic benefits of rare and exotic plants during challenging times in her life. Specializing in unusual varieties like the bear's paw succulent, Plantum ensures all plants are healthy and ready for their new homes. The store also hosts classes and showcases local art, creating a welcoming community space. Plantum operates Fridays through Sundays with plans to expand hours and events. For all of those that are interested, you can stay up to date on their Facebook page, which is just Plantum on Facebook. Finally, in the news today, a widespread power outage affected the entire city of Grafton Monday afternoon, caused by a substation issue along Illinois Route 3, according to Ameren, Illinois officials. Mayor Morrow reported that the city hall offices closed early at 2 p.m. with signs posted and police notified. The outage also impacted nearby areas of Dow and Elsa. Residents heard a popping noise near Route 3. Before the power went out, Ameren actively investigated the problem and restored power. A temporary substation deployed to help speed up restoration efforts as well. And that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend on this Tuesday morning. Let's look at weather. I am just going to tell you, folks, dying on the vine here. Whew, I know you can hear me. My sinuses and allergies are not good today. Temperatures right now at 75 degrees. It feels like 80 out there. Today, mostly cloudy, windy. It will be very warm, the warmest of the week. A morning shower potentially in spots, followed by a thunderstorm in spots this afternoon. Then tonight, breezy this evening. Humid with periods of rain and a thunderstorm. And be careful because those thunderstorms are calling for hail and some damaging winds. Air quality right now is moderate at 52. Grass levels are moderate as well. Mold is low. Ragweed's moderate, and the tree levels are low too. Temperatures reach 90 degrees today and drop down to 69 overnight as we're heading into Wednesday, and get ready for rain the next 4 days. On Wednesday, thunderstorms predicted, a high of 74, a low of 65 degrees, and then on Thursday, a high of 80, a low of 66 with more thunderstorms predicted, more rain. On Friday, we can expect, again, more rain. On Friday, a high of 74, a low of 61 degrees. However, on Friday night, for Troy's first Friday, all the rain's going to be gone, and you can see us from 5:30 to 7:30 right there in downtown Troy. On Saturday, the storm's clear, a high of 80 and a low of 60. Clouds will stick around, though, and that's a look at the next 5. Here's what's happening now. It's 75 degrees at 9:10. Feels like 78 out there for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by just downloading the RiverBender.com app. Why haven't you done that yet? I mean, it's 2025. Go get it in the Google Play Store or your App Store today. All right. Before I take a quick break and try to get my lungs pumped, I don't know what's going on today, man. I'm like heaving up in here, and I didn't even work out. I think the most exercise I did today was probably walk down the stairs. That could be part of the problem, too. I don't know. Hey, but before we talk to the North Alton Godfrey Business Council, you know who I can always rely on if I need good health care is OSF. And, you know, right now, if I wanted to, I could play this interview that we just did with Tara, pop on over to Prompt Care, tell them here's what I got going on. They're going to tell me, CJ, quit Googling things. You aren't sick. You just have allergies and you just have a sinus infection. Go back to work. And then I'll still be back in time to finish the show. You know, that's how quick they are over there at the Prompt Care on Godfrey Road. I told you that terrible situation we had when my grandma was sick. And, you know, you go to Prompt Care because they tell you don't want to clog up the emergency room. So we went to a different medical network's Prompt Care, and it just, you know, it wasn't quick. There was no one in the office, and they still wanted us to make an appointment 4 hours later, and kind of needed that service quick. So that's when we went over to OSF's Prompt Care office. It was the best experience for us, and I know that if you go, if you need it, it'll be the best experience for you over there right by Walmart on Godfrey Road. Don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. Alrighty, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take an allergy medicine, okay? We're going to take a look at downtown Alton. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. We're going to see if I can breathe better after this. Welcome back to our daily show on this Tuesday morning. It is the
free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show on this Tuesday morning. It is the 3rd day of June. It's wild, Tara, that we're already in June. You know, it really is. And you guys with Riverbend Records had a record day, which was just a huge hit as always. And was it just the line out to the building already, or like you told me it was going to be?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There was probably a little over 100 people that when we opened our doors at 7 came in. So yeah, it was crazy. It was probably the biggest crowd. They started lining up at like 3:30 the day before in the afternoon. No, I pulled up and I saw a chair and I was like, walked in and I was like, are people putting chairs out there? Like, are they really? And no, they were really in the store. And I was like, y'all have lost your minds. So yeah, it was fun.
I love it. And you know, recently you joined the North Alton Godfrey Business Council, and you know, you guys have always been a part of the community. You yourself have always been a part of the community, and now being a life coach, women empowering women, and the growth that's had. What's it like to be a part of the council with, you know, so many local and regional business owners and community leaders in a way that, you know, it feels like such a natural way to expand and explore, you know, women empowering women right here in our local community? It's
been a lot of fun. This particular group has allowed me to kind of meet people I probably wouldn't have met normally, because I do typically do just women's functions. And so this has been I've been able to, meet some new people in the community, which has been awesome. I actually started even attending another networking group called Kingdom Builders. Oh, cool. It's a faith-based group. It's awesome. They meet once a month up at the old Mississippi Valley. And so some of the people from that are also in this group as well. And so it's been fantastic to really build those relationships.
Well, and you were telling me too that you were getting ready to launch something new, another branch. Are we ready to talk about that yet?
I am. Good. So, well, I'm always looking for just some way to just kind of grow impact and help people really just kind of get out of their own way, right? And so I had been attending Women Empowering Women networking events probably for the last 2 years in Edwardsville. Well, Belleville, O'Fallon, several of them. And so it just really kind of landed on my heart. Like I really wanted that here in the Riverbend. And so, yeah, we're launching one on Friday, July 18th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming in hot. It's coming in hot. Yeah.
Well, and now, too, I mean, you guys, you yourself have had a couple of really great years, and the group of women that, you know, are around you as well with this, with the books and everything else becoming #1 bestsellers, and really the second overnight. Both of them happened overnight, didn't they?
Yeah, they were pretty awesome. Yeah, we went #1 international with both of them.
That's what I thought.
The first one took 56 hours, and then the second one took 7 hours.
That's wild to me.
So although we couldn't tell anybody, right? So like we didn't want to tell the authors, we didn't couldn't tell because everybody was on such a momentum. And at that point, we were like, how many countries can we hit in? So, I honestly, at this moment, cannot remember if it was 5 or 6, but it was so much fun.
Well, and now, I mean, this is really cool, too, to see that you're, expanding on, everything that you've been working on, too, and to have this right here in the Riverbend sector. What can, folks expect from this next chapter?
Next chapter as far
in the women's empowering women.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, are we talking about a third book? Because we actually had a third book started.
I'm not surprised.
I know, right?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we were actually, we had just launched the third one, and Nina was diagnosed with breast cancer, so we're kind of on a pause. All's well. She's getting ready to have hopefully the last of her surgeries, and then we'll resume. So yeah, we already had
prayers.
Definitely, thank you. We had about 7 or 8 authors ready to go, and so we were really in the midst of like getting everybody together, and then we just kind of put a screeching halt to everything earlier. And so honestly, that point, it was kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to put this one on pause, but I still want to be able to create some impact. And that's really what sent me into wanting to launch the Women Empowering Women. So yeah, it's free. It's open to any woman out there who is just wanting to increase her circle, her influence, grow her business, just honestly get some community. We have people that are retired. Like, you don't even really have to have a business because you may come and be inspired to do something. So it's just it's a great opportunity just to get to know people in the community. And I'm hoping, because I was strategic in my thinking of kind of where I wanted to do it. So we picked Baker's because it's right on 255. So I'm hoping to just bring in people from, Jerseyville and Brighton and Edwardsville.
That's
and just,
really cool.
Yeah. So
now, do you know what times they'll be at?
11:30 to 1.
Cool.
The meeting's free. Just come by your lunch. We'll set up, and there's always going to be a speaker. Well, the first one will just be kind of a mix and mingle, just to kind of get to know everybody. But typically, we'll have a speaker and a lot of networking. What I love about Women Empowering Women and why it's kind of different is that they offer this SOS section. So it's like share your struggles, share your successes. And so you really get in with these women, and they're helping you. I mean, the beautiful thing is you'll have all kinds of, it doesn't matter, we could have 5 realtors and 10 coaches and whatever. Someone will come with a different perspective, which is fantastic. And so they're coming in and helping you kind of work through what's going on in your life from a completely different perspective. So, that's right up my alley. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's a pretty hands-on group then.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like, you get there, you sit down, they'll get up and do some announcements, all the things they've got to get out of the way. But then it's a lot of table networking and group networking.
Gotcha.
And so, when people come in, I tell them, like, listen, do not sit next to somebody because the whole point here is to talk to somebody you may not have an opportunity to meet or see or whatever. So yeah, I'm super excited about it.
Well, and what I think is really cool too to hit on again is that you don't have to be a business owner. You can come as you are in whatever circumstance and really be a part of this cool group.
Well, you could be in a kind of a transitional season and have really not even know what you want. You just know you're kind of stuck and not happy where you are. So, who knows? That's kind of why I did it on a Friday. So it's always going to be the 3rd Friday of the month because I thought, well, worst case scenario, somebody could always schedule a half day off and then come to the meeting and then go home for the weekend. So
no kidding.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't do it?
Yeah.
Well, and I like Baker's too. That's so smart to have it on 255, and that way you're right because it connects to all the Riverbend communities.
That was my goal, is that I was very specific, like when we set it up, that I wanted to call it the Riverbend chapter because I really did want it to be a community.
That's really cool. And if you're just tuning in, that's going to be July the 18th is the launch of it. That's the 3rd Friday in July, and that's 11 to 1:30?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm good today. I'm remembering everything.
Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. No, 11:30 to 1.
Oh, God dang it.
Well, I could have said it wrong. I don't know. It's early.
It is. But, going back to the council, I've seen you at a couple of the meetings now, and what I think's really cool about it is just seeing, a business group in a different setting, where it's not really the 5-minute elevators or here's what's happening lately. It's just kind of go and mingle as you want to and really get what you want out of the experience, each and every time you go.
I agree. And that's why I like that one because, they offer morning ones, afternoon ones. You can kind of come and go and pick the one that fits your schedule. What I really love about it is the speakers that they choose to bring.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm finding out things about our community that was it Scott Air Force Base.
Oh, yeah, that was super cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many things that I'm like, I've lived here my entire life and I had no idea. So I really do enjoy those meetings.
Well, the one that I thought was cool was they had the Freightway development, which really just to hear about how important the Mississippi River waterway is for infrastructure and travel. It was so fascinating.
Yeah.
And that's what really the same thing. It's like, this is incredible to be here all the time and not know half what's going on.
Well, I remember when Marcos came in and talked, I was just like, I had no idea that like it was such a big, I mean, I'm like, you live here your whole life. And so I really, I've really enjoyed the speakers and the networking's fantastic. I mean, that's the thing about this or with anything, you will get out of it what you put into it.
100%.
And so if that means you just go and you sit and you don't make connections or whatever, and that's fine, go enjoy your lunch. For me though, it's really about making connections and just kind of figuring out like, who do I know? Who would I like to meet? You know, maybe who can they introduce me to? Just really building those relationships.
Are you getting used to the Zekeisms?
Oh my gosh. He's a funny one.
Well, and too, I mean, the food's always good and all that, but like
Yeah.
you said, you're going to get what you want out of it. And what I think's cool is like you hit it on it earlier, where you want folks in this other group to go and sit by someone they don't know,
Yeah.
and really and get out of the comfort zone and truly network. And what I think's unique too is you can see that happening in a different way with the business council, because it happens whenever maybe food served or we're praying and having the pre-meeting prayer, we're doing our agenda items. There's some different group that is sitting together that wasn't last month, and I think that's really cool too.
Yeah, no, I think the whole feel of it's awesome. And what I love, it was funny. My very first meeting, I remember walking in and I was kind of like, I might be bringing the age down a little bit.
That's why they have me there.
I know, right? Because you kind of help with that percentage-wise. But yeah, and it was funny. But I will tell you, like, the wisdom that's there,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
the conversations, it's awesome to actually, like, at Loading Dock, I sat down next to two, older gentlemen and, like, had great conversations and stuff with them. And that's the thing is, like, you really don't know, until you're just like, hey, just get okay being uncomfortable, being, just get in there and just dive in and meet some new people.
Well, I think we should get an award for bringing the age down.
I think so too. Although I'm way older than you, so.
You don't look it, Tara, that's for sure. And, I like you said, though, I love the fact, I always try to sit with a new group, and just say hi. And what I think's really cool, too, is you get all the business leaders, but you also have, the mayors and different folks that come in, and I love that component to it.
I do, too, because, I mean, it really just goes to show, like, they're really wanting to know kind of what's everybody doing, where is there a need. I was super excited. They were passing around, because I've always been curious, and I never knew the people out with the golf carts watering the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I never really understood. So, like, right now I'm in the process of doing a small group at church, and we're doing a community outreach. And so I'm looking for places for our group to go volunteer this summer. So I reached out to Margaret and I was like, hey, tell me more about this. Like, can I just reserve a week and like get on there and bring my volunteers with me? Like, how does that work? So I just think that's so awesome. Cool. What you guys do around the community that honestly, I wouldn't have known.
Honestly, that's the same thing. The same way I am. And it's cool to know that, business owners, and especially, this with what you do with being a life coach and having these conversations with folks that are business owners and the stresses of it all, plus running a family. And then you're adding the volunteerism, for the community on top of it. And it's really unique to see that play out,
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I mean, and that's the thing is like, I love volunteering. It's part of a big reason why, like another women's group that I joined, Little Black Book, every quarter we have a give back. And so honestly, hands down, probably the most fun thing that we did was do Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
I know. I'm waiting for them to get back with me to see if I can do this so that our church can do that. But if you have not done that, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Like I did tell them though, like not to post the pictures and tell my husband, because I'm like, listen, I've been living this life for like 30 years. Like he cannot know that I just did power tools and like actually put something together.
You're going to come home. I don't even know who you are.
I have no idea what they even called that thing. I just rubbed it on the wood. Like, I don't even know.
Oh, man. Hey, in a moment to take a quick break with me?
Yeah.
I got to pay a quick bill. We'll come back with more of our spotlight on the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. You'll stay there. We'll stay here on Roku TV and RiverBender.com.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Daily Show, Tuesday morning. June is here. North Alton Godfrey Business Council has been here. Tara Hurst has been here. A lot of commonalities happening right now.
I know, right?
You know, what are you talking with your clients with right now the most as we're transitioning into summer and maybe the kids are back home or, you know, just home full time now with school's out? Are there some common conversations that you're having? Yeah,
I mean, obviously, you know, I'm big into nutrition and mindset, but honestly, right now, it's time and energy management. Yeah. Because, they're out of routine, right? So the kids are home. A lot of people have routines locked in. And you get out of that routine, and then some of the old thoughts, programming, habits, conversations, all those kind of slip in. And so, you know, next thing you know, you're running, gunning, taking kids everywhere, out of schedule, and then you forget to do all the little teeny tiny things that had you on track. And so really just kind of helping people lock back in those, you know, time blocks or just getting into the routines. The big thing though is managing their energy because, I mean, it's funny, we were just talking about power tools, but like literally like, you know, people will say, oh, willpower. And it's like, no, it's not willpower. It's like, how well do you really believe you're performing if your battery's almost dead? And so it's really just about kind of, you know, taking a real look at you and kind of like, you know, because we rush real fast to plug our phone in and make sure that all our electronics are ready and, you know, God forbid our laptop die and all the things. We don't worry so much about us and we don't, you know, we just think like, oh, we can just go. Well, at some point something's got to give. And a lot of times what that is you show up in your driveway at 5 o'clock and you've solved all the world's problems all day long. And then you come in and the real question is like, how are you showing up at that point for your family and all that, you know, because we may only get like a 2 or 3 hour window, you know? So when you really think about that, like we're spending all this time with everybody else and we only have with the ones that we truly love and that are close to us. And so what version of them are you going to be able to give them? And so that's really what I'm working with a lot right now. Well, I can see, honestly, just one of those things of being really mindful of your daily routine and how important that is. Because if you don't really know your routine or it starts to slip through the cracks even before the
the routine completely changes, and I could see how that could be really problematic too.
Oh, absolutely. Next week I'm talking over in St. Louis to a group, and it's, basically lead her ship, and it's are you busy or are you productive?
Oh,
yeah. Because we're so busy, right? And
let me tell you, I could throw a dart onto a map in Alton right now, and that person would be saying I'm busy.
Yeah. Well, I'm busy as well.
Yeah.
Really, though, the question becomes how productive am I? So when we really get crystal clear of where we're going, what we want, like all the things, right? Yeah. And then roadmap it and reverse engineer it and figure out like how exactly do we get there? Because people can spend so much time in their day getting ready to do something, right?
Oh, gosh,
I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Or like me, I'm the queen of like going from room to room and finding something that distracts me, and this got to go to the bathroom or the kitchen or whatever. Yep. So that's why time blocking is has changed my life. Now, not everything works the same for everybody, but like when you can really just say, like, during this period of time, I'm going to be insanely intentional and focused and do nothing other than this. And so maybe that's just 5 or 10 minutes. Like if that's all you have. But like if for me, like I'll do morning meditation, prayer, Reiki, like all the things, right? That moment, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, will set me up for a couple hours because I'm walking into something that I have blocked that I know like this is intentional and this is what I'm doing. And so then therefore I'm not easily distracted. Now things are going to happen, especially like I work from home. So things happen. My dogs or the door, just whatever.
Right. Charter goes down.
Yeah.
Well, and what I think is really a fascinating conversation to have, too, is are we actually busy? You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of it is just we're stressed out and we don't know, like you said, it's not maybe pushing off or procrastinating while you know the task you got to do. It could just be, I don't even know where to start with it because there's a mountain in front of me and maybe I need a vacation and the vacation never works because it's not really what you need. Well,
so overwhelm is real. And the problem that a lot of people face is you're right when you say they're paralyzed. They don't understand what things like procrastination really are. And it's our neurology. Like we're literally locked into a system, a pattern, and it's like a fight or flight. So at some point, we put this, and I hate to say we did it, but we did it. Right. We put this program into play because at some point it served a purpose, right? And now it doesn't, although our system is not regulated and doesn't understand what to do. And so a lot of what I do is I help people kind of just settle down their nervous system, to where they don't feel that, and I don't want to say anxiety, I want to say anxiousness, I guess, that they constantly have to be busy. The real question that I love to ask people is, so, for what purpose do you feel that you've got to keep running and gunning and doing all the things? And what I really find is that because when they slow down, they feel the feels and they have the thoughts. And, because the thing of it is when we keep ourselves busy,
you're distracted.
And so then that's where we really get those shovels out and start digging and say, what are we running from? And a lot of times maybe we're just running because, and these are my words, but like maybe we're running because somewhere in our neurology that it's programmed down there that we're not worthy of being successful or we're not worthy of doing whatever. So we will do whatever to self-sabotage ourselves unknowingly sometimes because 90% of everything we do is on an unconscious level. So like sometimes it's just autopilot. Because why do people self-sabotage? Well, we know how it ends.
Right. Well, exactly. And honestly, it goes back. There's just so much that goes into having those conversations. They affect everybody. And that's why it's good to get your insights on this, too, for folks that are interested and maybe wanting to have that conversation and going, that's 100% me right now.
Yeah. My favorite thing, honestly, as of late is meeting people for, just meeting at a coffee shop or something and just sitting and having conversations and getting to know people and just really, figuring out kind of like, just, when they call me or reach out or whatever, just be like, let me meet you where you are. You know, let me help. I would never say I'm an expert in anything. I have a lot of experiences, a lot of things that, since beginning my health journey 11 years ago that I've gone through and overcome and all the things. And so, I love having the opportunity to walk with people and just help them, like, just give them some hope and give them a glimpse of, like, you're not alone. And yeah, it's scary sometimes, although everything that they're wanting, is on the other side of that fear and doubt. And if they can just, that's typically where I meet people, is when their pain point has tipped them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And some people they're like, oh, I'm so weak. And I'm like, no, the bravest thing you could ever do is ask somebody else for help. Because trust me, that person has had to ask for help as well in something, so.
Well, and right. And it could be, you could still be a millionaire and need help.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes, especially when it comes to, I think, younger people, they think, oh, all my problems are going to be solved once I get that big job, or, once I get, this certain amount of financial security. And it really isn't. There's so much more that goes into play.
I'm glad you said that, because that is what I see and hear a lot, is when this, when that, it's like, when I get this, when I get there, when I have this. And it's like, no, y'all are missing the point. Like, if we're ever going to get there, we get to show up as that version now. And so that what that means is, if you, like, I'll run people through exercises like close your eyes, truly, truly see, hear, like, all the things, like, what is this person? Like, what are you saying to yourself? What are people saying to you? How do you look? What are you able to do? Like, all of these things, right? So how in the world do you get there? So it starts with, people ask me all the time, like, I just did a talk on imposter syndrome.
Okay.
And I was like, in reality, all imposter syndrome is belief. But the problem is, none of us have a problem with belief, right? We believe the other person can do it.
Right.
Right? The problem is the belief in ourselves.
Right.
That we can do it. And so somebody was like, well, how in the world do you build that belief? And I was like, you just start.
Yeah.
Like, you literally take one step and honor a commitment you made to yourself. And that builds the confidence, which then builds the belief. It starts so teeny, teeny, tiny. But the thing of it is, me, like, I'm 11 years out of my health journey. And it wasn't 1,000 things that I did.
Right.
It was a couple things that I did 1,000 times over these 11 years. And so sometimes you don't notice them because they're so small, but they do add up. It's the change in your pocket.
Man, so cool. You can hang out with Tara and gain these insights, and just, have a good old lunch with her too at the North Alton Godfrey Business Council meetings. Congratulations on the start with the empowering women empowering women.
Thank you.
The Riverbend chapter.
Yeah. And
then that starts on July the 18th at Bakers and Hale, 11:30 to 1.
Yes.
Remembered it this time. Tara, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show on this Tuesday morning comes right around the corner next in the heart of the 618.
Carden Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. On RiverBender.com.
We're gonna take a trip across the sea. Everybody come along with me. We're gonna hit the bank down and get.
Alrighty, welcome back. 10:51, little bit of change on this Friday morning, the 30th day of May. It's the last work day of May. The kids will be back in school before we know it. Emily, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
Hanging in. Fair to Midland. It's 70 degrees. Could be worse.
Exactly.
Well, we were just chatting a little bit, and, Plantum, what a cool story. You start this at home and the marketplace show place, and now here we are. East Broadway.
Exactly.
Life's looking pretty good.
Life's looking great. Yes, I love it.
Well, fill me in. I mean, really, what led to your involvement and your love for working with plants?
Well, about 10 years ago, I went to an eating disorder recovery center.
Wow.
And I learned tons of coping mechanisms, and I always utilized everything that I learned. And a couple of years ago, went through something really stressful at home. And I was coping through TikTok, just scrolling and zoning out. And I came across plants and the cool names, and specifically a bear's paw succulent. And it was something rare and unusual, and it gave me something to seek after. And I finally found it. And I realized that it was giving me something to wake up for and be excited about, to search for a rare plant and find it and find ways to propagate it. And if I kill it, the way that I can make it live. And before I realized it, I didn't have to fake it until I made it. I was, kind of making it for real.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Well, and now, I mean, to see that you've been able to accomplish what you've been able to accomplish with not only something that helped you through, dire times, but also, I mean, truly just who you are. I mean, that's got to be one of the best feelings in the world.
It really is. I found my hobby. That's something that...
Wow.
I come from a very large dental family.
Okay.
And that's something that we all share. And this was something that nobody had shared with me. This was something that I learned on my own. And as I started adding my plants to my collection, my boyfriend was like, whoa. He was supportive the whole time, but he saw me buying these cool plants and taking them apart. And I told him, I'm going to get these and sell them because other people want them too. And if I can do that, awesome. And that's where we ended up. I finally made it happen.
Well, and now when you decided to do this, and you start on Marketplace, correct?
I did.
Did it take off pretty quick where people were pretty interested?
They were.
Wow.
It was pretty fun because I had funky plants that you don't find at the stores. And a lot of my customers, I should call them my friends that I help find plants, not necessarily customers, but a lot of my friends that initially came over to my house to pick up plants are returning to my store.
Yeah.
And seeing how I've grown, from the little plants that I had at home to, big, beautiful plants now.
Well, and it's so cool. I mean, I'm just going through a few of them on your Facebook, and I mean, just some of these are incredible. And because you're right, you're never going to go into a Home Depot or a Walmart or wherever you want to go, name a big box store, and find something like that. I mean, those are cool. I mean, that is seriously so cool. I mean, you can go through a couple of them just like that and realize what you're getting is something that's truly unique. That is so. Oh man,
that last one was the one that got me started. The first go back one more. Right here, yeah. They look like a bear's paw if you look closely.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Now, do you grow these your own still?
Some of them I do. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. A lot of them, the really cool, rare succulents. I found a really nice man on Facebook Marketplace that lives in California that has a great succulent collection that he has sent me some really cool plants.
That's incredible.
So we've got this great friendship now that I'll tell him, just send me something funky. And he does. Wow. And I found a new nursery in St. Louis that has a great variety of tropical plants. So as soon as I get my plants in, I always repot them into proper soil and make sure that they have a systemic pesticide in their soil. They get treated with neem oil if it's a proper plant for it. I really make sure that these plants are going to thrive once they go to their new homes. So
I think it's so cool, though, when people know that before they go in that, because a lot of times, people don't realize, I think you go to buy something from a bigger box store, no matter what plant it is, and you better just you're rolling dice because you never know what's going on with the roots or, the soil that they put it in or you name it.
Exactly.
And to know that you're taking care of it and getting it ready to be right here where we need it to be when we bring it home is awesome.
That's my plan, because if somebody does want to take their plant home and repot it and get adventurous, awesome. But a lot of people are nervous about that. So until they are more comfortable with it, then that should be good to go for them.
Well, is this still available to join this open terrarium class?
I do have a couple of spots available, yes.
And that's 6 to 7 p.m. this evening.
Correct.
And now so this is really cool. I always get jealous, because, I would think these things are so amazing, the terrariums and having those. I just don't think that I have the talent to do so.
It's one of those things that looks way harder than what it is.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's, if you start with an open terrarium, kind of like what we're working with tonight, it's an easier transition to getting your feet wet with a closed terrarium. An open terrarium allows airflow. But as long as you have the correct amendments and have it layered properly, you really can't go wrong. And that's why I'm there tonight, is to help my friends pick the kind of plants that they want, show them the kind of area that those plants will do best in, because just because you like a plant doesn't mean that that's the proper plant for you. Yeah. So we'll help pick something that's the right plant for them in the right container. Really cool. And it's $25 per person. It's the price for prices for plants, supplies, and vessels. I do know how to read. I did go to school. They vary. Correct. I was stumbling over the line there, Emily. You're good. But what are your hours over there on East Broadway? I'm open Friday and Saturday, 11 to 6, and Sunday, noon to 4. I'm a dental assistant Monday through Thursday. Oh, okay. So that allows me to have the healthcare aspect still in my life and then still have the mental health aspect. That's wonderful. My life. So I'm able to kind of live the best of both worlds for now. That's really cool. Thank you. Well, and honestly, that's incredible that you're able to do both too, because that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I guess when you really love it, I mean, you're just getting to have fun. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what it seems like just talking to you. It's a lot of work for my boyfriend because he now has to do the majority of the housework and things. Yeah. Because I try to really focus on my kiddos. I have a daughter that's 22 and a little boy that's 13, and I only get to be their mom once. Yeah. I will never get my time back with them. And my store is a big focus right now as well. And my boyfriend's really great about making sure that he takes care of the house so that I can focus on the kids and focus on the store, because my store is my therapy. It's a lot of work, but it's so, oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Satisfying.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody comes in and they don't have to pick through the plants to find a healthy one, or they say, I've never seen this before. So he knows that satisfaction that I get from that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
that's really super cool.
It's a lot of work for everyone.
Well, from Facebook Marketplace to Milton Schoolhouse to East Broadway, within a couple of years.
Yes.
Life's looking pretty good for you.
Life's looking great.
Do you got a moment to take a break?
Sure.
We'll come back with more Daily Show. It's 11 o'clock, so we'll break for top of the hour. You stay there. I'll stay here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Cardin Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Cardin Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. 30th day of May, overtime on our daily show. Plantum open today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. That gets nerve-wracking because I don't think very well.
Oh, you're good. I've got you. The two of us together, we'll be fine.
We can make it if we try, Emily. You know, that's all I know. Plantum, really it plants for all levels of experience. And I think that's what's cool, too, because like you said, it's not about a client or a customer for you. It's about really building a relationship with folks when they come in. And, you know, for folks that are maybe getting their first apartment, or maybe they're getting their first house, or maybe they're just getting into decorating and getting into planning and plans for the first time, you have something for everybody, no matter where they're starting at.
I do. And for every price range.
Yeah, that's cool too.
From $5 to $100.
Really?
You know, if you have something, if you're having a crummy day and a $5 plant will just help you feel a little better, come buy a $5 plant.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's better than getting a Big Mac.
Really?
Yeah.
It just makes you feel good. So yeah, it's That's my plan.
Well, what I think's so cool is that you were saying that you have artist selections from local artists at the store, too.
I do. I am so fortunate to be great friends with Steven Scordias and Charles Mooneyham.
Oh, yeah. He's coming on the show in a couple of weeks. Really excited.
Oh, they're so fantastic. And they're so talented. So I've got their work throughout the store. It's so great because I filled the store with tons of plants and I had a ton of wall space. And they offered for me to be their first satellite location.
Wow.
And it's great because their work is suitable for my shop. But they've got work that is different varieties. It's not just botanicals and photos, and it's great.
Well, and honestly, what I think's so cool too is, I mean, that kind of adds to the whole collective of what atmosphere the plants should kind of bring you, you know, especially when you're setting up and you have to make it feel like home when you're going in there kind of in a way.
Definitely. Yeah. We even have a boyfriend corner.
So, no, that is what I like. I was going to ask you, because see, they're starting to do these more, and I'm getting used to these whole boyfriend corner things, you know?
We have a TV in the back that has a time-lapse plant growth videos and a couple of lounge chairs, a little area to prop your feet up and chill while your significant other is checking out all the things throughout the store.
That's a win.
Thank you.
That's a win.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
From 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. today and tomorrow, and then 12 to 4 on Sunday, you can stop by and go through the selection. Correct. What's the $100 succulent?
So I have a terrarium.
Oh,
it's an open terrarium that has succulents and cactus in it.
Wow.
And it's established. I've had it for a while. And then I've got a new huge philodendron that just came in. It's a philodendron hope. And it's as big as my son. It's humongous.
Oh, so makes sense.
It's a large plant. It is. And I wanted to mention as well, whenever you come into my store, all of my plants are marked if they're pet safe and if they're rare. So you can look through and know that you can search for something that's specifically pet safe if you need it.
And that's really cool too, to know that you aren't just going for the product, you're going for the expertise too, and the vetting of the plants too. That's a really important thing for so many, especially for me, because I am one of those people that, like, Amazon is not my friend. Online ordering's not my friend. Going into Home Depot and just picking the lottery out and playing roulette with which plant's not dead.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Yes, 100%.
You know, it's really cool that step's taken care of for all of us, you know.
Thank you.
Now, before I let you go, you're over there at 302 East Broadway in Alton.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the future of Plantum?
Right now, I'm going to keep working on the weekends. I'm a one-man band for right now.
Cool.
I plan on still staying in the dental field for a while. I work with one of the best doctors that I've ever worked with, and she also happens to be my cousin, and my mom's the other assistant in the office. I'm pretty fortunate to work with family that is so talented. I'm just living it one day at a time.
I love it.
If I have a chance to go part-time and have the store open more, awesome. But right now,
you're happy.
Hour by hour.
I love it.
Yes.
You can find out more by going to Plantum's Facebook page.
Correct.
We'll link everything in an article on RiverBender.com. You can also find them on TikTok and on Instagram, too.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we'll see you there either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And if you still have time to register for that terrarium class that's tonight from 4 to 6?
From 6 to 7.
Ah, dang it.
You're
I
fine.
Messed something up in the interview.
If there's spots available, it will be in the app or in the link on Facebook.
Really cool. Well, I'm out of time. See you tomorrow, or Monday. I forgot. We're going into the weekend. You have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Most importantly, just try.
Has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois, with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Across the sea, everybody come along with me. We're gonna hit the night down in Gay Paris.
Welcome back. 10:06 Daily Show, Tuesday morning. Top of the hour news now. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work weekend on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We'll take you to Alton first. Charges have been filed in connection with that fatal shooting that occurred on May the 28th. Here's what we know. Authorities have charged Josiah Burgess and Jermaine D. Stiff with unlawful possession of a firearm by a repeat offender following a fatal shooting in Alton on May the 28th. The incident occurred around 9:33 p.m. on Lawn Street when Donald Harold R. Lane, 41, was found with a gunshot wound inside a vehicle and later died at a hospital. The shooting, believed to have resulted from an encounter among acquaintances, not a random act. Burgess is held at the St. Louis City Justice Center waiting extradition, while Stiff remains in custody locally. Investigations are ongoing, including possible updated and more charges, and we'll keep you updated as more details do get announced. Also in the news today, Mind's Eye Radio is sponsoring the National Beepball Baseball Association World Series from July 20th through the 25th at venues in Edwardsville and Caseyville. This event brings together blind and visually impaired baseball players from across the country to compete in beepball, a sport where the ball emits a beep to assist players. Mind's Eye Radio, dedicated to supporting the visually impaired community through audio translations and podcasts, also sponsors the local Gateway Archers beepball team. Volunteers and sponsors are still needed for the event to help with logistics like guide dog daycare and transportation. The event emphasizes inclusion, celebrating opportunities for blind players to engage in America's pastime. Monroe County State's Attorney Ryan Webb has charged 20-year-old Kareem Weaver of Collinsville and 17-year-old juvenile from Kokia Heights following a serious incident in Columbia on June 1st. Weaver faces multiple felonies, including vehicular invasion, attempted aggravated vehicular hijacking, aggravated unlawful restraint, and aggravated kidnapping. The juvenile is charged with attempted first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, vehicular invasion, attempted aggravated vehicular hijacking, attempted discharge of a firearm, aggravated unlawful restraint, and aggravated kidnapping. The juvenile remains in detention, and authorities remind the public that these charges are based on probable cause. We'll keep you updated as more details do emerge in that Monroe County case. And finally, in the news, a widespread power outage affected the entire city of Grafton Monday afternoon, caused by substation issues along Illinois Route 3. According to Ameren officials, Mayor Morrow reported that City Hall closed early at 2 p.m. with signs posted and police notified. The outage also impacted nearby areas of Dow and Elsa. Residents heard a popping noise near Route 3 before the power went out. Ameren actively investigated the efforts and restored power, and we have a full recap on that power outage, including the complete number of affected customers at RiverBender.com/news. Let's take a look at weather. 77 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 85 today. Mostly cloudy, windy, and it will be very warm, the warmest of the week. A morning shower in spots, followed by a thunderstorm this afternoon. Tonight, breezy this evening, humid with periods of rain and a thunderstorm. Those thunderstorms can bring hail and damaging winds, so please be mindful of that. For the next couple of days, here's what they look like. Temperatures reach 90 degrees today, drop down to 70 overnight as we head into Wednesday. On Wednesday, more thunderstorms, a high of 72 and a low of 65 degrees. On Thursday, a high of 79 and a low of 66 with more thunderstorms predicted. On Friday, more rain, a high of 76, a low of 61. Thunderstorms Friday morning, but the rain clears out Friday night. For First Fridays in Troy, we'll see you there 5:30 to 7:30. On Saturday, the 7th, temperatures reach 80 degrees and drop down to 60 overnight, and that's the look at the next 5. Here's what's happening now. 77 degrees in downtown Alton. The time is 10:10 for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by going to RiverBender.com/weather or by just downloading that RiverBender.com app today. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more Daily Show. But first, downtown Alton on a pretty humid day.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Cardin Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the Magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby,
10:10. Look at that, I'm on time. Daily Show, Monday morning. First Monday of June. In the studio with Richard and learning more about the Knights of Columbus. And, so many, and you would just hit it on the head. The Spalding Club building closed, and you guys have just moved on down the road.
Yeah, we just moved over to St. Peter and Paul's School is where we meet now. We don't have a club, but that club was getting pretty expensive, and it was COVID. Nobody was showing up, and so we just had to move on. So it was good for us financially. We weren't getting the rentals that we really used to have. There's other venues that are much newer, right, and probably a lot more fun than what we had there. So,
well, and the good thing is, Rich, just for folks to know, I mean, heck, the Knights of Columbus has always been, especially the Alton chapter, so strong for so many years. My grandpa
125 years.
That's
actually
incredible. That's just incredible.
Right.
Well, my grandpa was a part of it, and then, like you said, all the different sights and sounds of what you guys do, from the Marquette games to everything else. I mean, it's really cool to know that you guys are still going, and we can still be a part of it.
Right. Yeah, we are invisible in many ways, but we are working behind the scenes for the city of Alton and community. We've helped out with blood drives, which is coming up on this Wednesday. We hold 6 of those during the year. We support, of course, St. Mary's and St. Peter and Paul. We're sort of a dual church council, which is unusual in that sense, but we're helping out both organizations. So we raised over $20,000 for St. Peter and Paul to help with their renovations outside of their church with a celebrity dinner. But on the more personal type of things, Coats for Kids, we've raised and donated over 16 dozen coats each winter, which is really helpful for the kids in the area that really can't afford warm jackets, and we try to get that done in the early fall. We've do the Tootsie Roll Drive, which is really, we call it the ID Drive, which is Intellectual Disabilities Drive. And we've raised over $12,000 for that goes to local community charities such as the Beverly Farms and Special Olympics and things like that. So we're active in supporting things. We we ring bells for St. Peter, or for the Salvation Army. We had one of the big things that the families at St. Mary's School enjoy. We do a family fun night just before school starts up with the bounce houses and all of that, and food, and all of that's free for the parishioners there to bring their kids and just have a good time getting together before the school season starts up. And we really enjoy doing that, just participating and enjoying it.
Well, we were talking before we came on the air, and you said, like many, you're busy, working, your entire career. And now you have the time to, like I always say with folks that are retired, work for free and find something. But, take me through what led to you wanting to be a part of the Knights of Columbus. Was the Knights of Columbus the organization you've always wanted to be a part of, or just something you found?
No, it was something that being a Catholic male for many years, the Knights have always been out there doing things, but many families have kids in sports and things like that and working, and I traveled a lot with work, so really couldn't see where I could fit in that extra time that it takes while I was working. But when I finally retired in 2017, I decided to hunt up the Alton Knights, and the way we go from there.
How long did you wait to join the group and get back to work?
Oh, it was probably about 15 years or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So, because we were out of town for a portion of my business career.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And when we came back and started working in the area, we were active with the church, St. Mary's and St. Ambrose. So we came back, and when we moved into Alton, we joined St. Mary's Parish, and they had the Knights of Columbus there. So that was my opportunity. They had a family fun night before school one time, and I walked up and said, "Hey, I want to join." And that's really important that we can get more people involved in this organization, because we have so many things that we can do, and we do participate in.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
And two, it's good for, especially younger families that are, that are, investing into Alton, whether or not they're buying their first home or they've been here for a few years and the family's getting settled and maybe life's starting to calm down. Be a part of these organizations that have had such a story to tell, within the city.
Right. And besides that, families can benefit from the Knights of Columbus through both the insurance program, which has been their mainstay, because Blessed Father McGivney started the Knights of Columbus because their local Catholic families back in the 1800s, if the father passed away, the mother and children were left with nothing. There was no insurance back then. The Knights of Columbus now has the highest rated insurance program in the United States. But on top of that, they have an investment program now that they will come in and talk to the families about their current plans for retirement or security for the family, free of charge. And there's no pressure, but their opportunities to invest and get a secure future for the family is right there as a member, and there's no pressure, and it's highly rated. The investments are all beneficial for the country. So that's one big draw for the families to join early, because they can have this investment before they get to retirement age. They have a long-term investment program. And again, we tell the busy families, because I never heard this, we only ask for 24 hours out of your year.
Oh, wow.
So
that's incredible.
Right. And so it's not all going to meetings, and it's not all activities. You can pick and choose. And we're looking just for 24 hours of your time during a year.
Well, and that's really good for, especially because I think now, I don't know if COVID did this to folks, but we got out of our routine so much that it's like, man, I don't know if I have the, the couple hours, like I used to. And so for folks to know, hey, if you can set aside, 4 or 5 hours every couple of weeks, maybe for 3 months, you're done. I mean, that's about it. And you're a part of all this, not only being a part of the great benefits and everything else that Knights of Columbus become known for, but I mean, being able to say you're a part of an organization that provides scholarships to local schools, that helps out in community organization events and drives, but also participates in cleaning up neighborhoods and just making sure we're a good neighbor and a good Catholic too.
Right. That's basically having good, secure families through their benefits programs, but also the social activities with the city and improving the life around them.
Well, and now, do you have to be Catholic to be a part of the Knights of Columbus?
Yes, you do.
Okay, just for the folks that are out there that are interested.
Right, you have to be 18 and good standing with the church, and you can join with our organization. And if you move, Knights of Columbus is around the world.
Right.
So, I mean, if you get transferred to England or you get transferred to Germany or wherever you get transferred to, the Knights, there is a council nearby. So it's not like it's just an Alton organization. It is worldwide.
Well, and too, it's one of those organizations you guys have been a part of so many generations now. And we've, especially my type of lifestyle too, growing up in St. Mary's, and I ended up going to Alton High School, but just living the sights and sounds of it. I mean, you guys have been a part of our lives, and let's just keep continuing to build it too.
That's really our key, is to continue our service on with younger folks to carry it on to the next generation. So we're looking for members. If they're interested, they can definitely get a hold of us through the parish, or they can get a hold of me through an email, r3alton@yahoo.com. And you can join online. There's a QR code that if you go out and search it, it's a very simple step to sign up, to register to join, and it will cost you nothing the first year. I mean, it's not like it's a big expense anyway, but just another incentive. I can't afford things like this.
100%.
Right.
Well, do you have a moment to stick around?
Sure.
I'm going to take a quick break. I got to pay a quick bill, but more conversations come our way. We'll learn more about the blood drive that's coming down the pipeline on Wednesday, June the 4th, and learn more about the Alton Knights of Columbus Council 460. Back in a moment right after this on RiverBender and Roku TV.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your owner is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at OS Today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Carden Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Daily Show, 1023, a little bit of change on this Monday morning. Back in with Richard, and, just learning a little bit more. What time is this blood drive on Wednesday?
It starts at 1 o'clock, and it's at the old St. Matthew's Church on Milton Road, 1015 Milton Road. It runs till 5 p.m., and we really could use some walk-ins, or if you can sign up, but don't take the time. Just come on out. There'll be plenty of time to give blood, and it's really critical now during the summer period. The need for blood will be even more because everybody's on vacations, traveling, and the donations are really low at this time of year. So please come out and help your community, because each unit of blood will impact at least 3 other lives. Wow. And the blood supply in the Alton area and St. Louis area is really low. So we need your help.
And what time does it start again?
1 o'clock on 5. Wednesday, 1 till 5.
And then you don't have to register to stop in. The address is 1015 Milton Road?
1015 Milton Road. Like I say, it's the old St. Matthew's Church. It's the St. Mary's Parish Center now, but everybody knows it as St. Matthew's.
Well, and now going forward, too, you guys have a couple of more blood drives throughout the year. You have 6 total. And then you also have an upcoming golf outing at Rolling Hills.
Right. Yes.
Is that July 13th?
That is the July 13th Sunday, and it's a lot of fun. We'll have more information out for sign-ups, but we're beginning to put that operation together. We had over 56 teams last time.
Oh, wow.
And it was a lot of fun for the day, and there's food to eat and refreshments of all different types.
Well, that's incredible. And then I'm guessing the golf outing and things like that go towards the scholarships and everything else you provide.
Right. Yeah, we just started a new scholarship for St. Mary's School. That hasn't been done in the past. Trying to encourage people to attend the Catholic grade school and middle school so that they can go on to Marquette, where we have another scholarship of $1,000 for them.
Really cool. And then it also, you help St. Mary's School by preparing classrooms for the following school.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Every classroom needs to be cleaned, so every classroom has to be emptied. Everything comes out, and that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, you have to put it all back. But
well, now, how many do you guys have on hand, for your volunteers to go in and part of the nights to go and do these type of events?
Usually we have about 50 or so that are really active. We have a large membership, over 300 in the area, but aging.
Gotcha. Yeah, right? Gotcha.
But we have a good core group of 50 guys. So if you join us, you're not alone. So we'd really appreciate help.
Well, and now your new council location, where is that located at again?
We're at the St. Peter and Paul School, which is 717 State Street. We meet the second Thursday of every month at 7:30, and there's a mass for the military I'd like to give a plug for.
Oh, yeah, please do.
St. Peter and Paul has a mass for the military at 6 o'clock the second Thursday of every month. It shows appreciation for current members, retired members, and deceased members. You can bring pictures and talk about it. And Father Jeff provides a really nice mass, and we really appreciate people to come out because it's really a celebration supporting the military.
100%. And Richard, before I let you go, is there anything else about the council we should talk about right now, or anything else you'd like to plug us and fill us in on?
Well, it's a lot of fun, and really enjoy the social aspect of it, because that's, again, another part of the Knights of Columbus is a social group of like-minded male Catholic members. So we really have a good time together, and a nice meeting place, and we're planning other activities too, maybe a fish fry.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I say that gently because we just had 3 fryers given to us from the Bethalto Knights.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to try to resurrect at least a small fish fry, drive-by maybe, because the old hall used to have a phenomenal fish fry, and we really all miss that.
Yeah.
So we're not going to go quite that big, but we're going to get our toe wet again, hopefully this next season.
Just a dabble or two.
Yeah, so we're going to try. I'm pushing it anyway.
Well, Richard, stop by and fill us in anytime you have any news to share with us, or anytime you just want more members too. We appreciate what you do with the Knights of Columbus. Been a part of our lives forever in Alton, and let's just keep it going strong.
We will do that.
We'll see you 1015 Milton Avenue on Wednesday, June the 4th. That's just in 2 days for that blood drive, 1 to 5 p.m.
Right.
And then we'll see you here on July the 13th when we get more details. We'll link everything for the golf outing. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. You stay there. I'll stay here in the studio. Hainer Library joins us next.
When I got in a car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Alrighty. 10:35, welcome back. Tuesday morning continues. RiverBender.com, Roku TV. Any opportunity I get to embarrass myself near a set of golf clubs I'm in. Carlton, how are we doing this morning, man?
Good, CJ. How are you?
Well, this is really exciting. I'm doing great, but you're talking about 8,300 square feet of a hell of an experience now open in Clayton. You've got to be feeling great.
I'm doing wonderful. We're so excited to be open for the community. St. Louis as a whole, please, now that we're open, please come across the river and see us.
Well, and what led up to the Clayton location? What led up to the opening?
So we've been working on this project for about 18 months. We had some spots. We'd already really, for the most part, targeted that Brentwood, Richmond Heights, Clayton area. So we'd been looking for space for quite some time. We got approached by a couple new developments in downtown Clayton. So we were kind of looking, we started honing in on that area, and then we settled in right where we are at the corner of Brentwood and Forsyth. That brand new building, the Commerce Emerson Tower, Forsyth Point. We're the ground floor retail right there on Forsyth, and we couldn't be any more fortunate. This white box was absolutely in perfect condition for us to come in and build out our simulators. So like you said, we got 8,300 square feet, 10 simulator bays in here, and we are fully open and ready to go to show you this Trackmans.
Well, and the exciting part of this is just phase one, correct?
Yes, absolutely. I own the St. Louis Metro and most of the state of Missouri for expansion for Five Iron.
Wow.
Five Iron as a brand it's expanding very rapidly around the world. Actually, we're opening within the next 3 years. The brand will open another 140 locations.
Wow. That's incredible. I mean, that's truly incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and now
It's really exciting.
Well, and take me through the Five Iron experience. For folks that are looking at this going, wow, this sounds unique. Take me through the innovation. We're looking behind you and just looking at the screens and some of the different opportunities there. It looks like fun for whether or not you've been playing golf for 40 years or 40 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are open to beginners, all the way to scratch golfers, low amateurs. Our experience actually, to clarify our times of day, we're open from 6 a.m. to midnight, pretty much every day of the week, a little bit later on the weekends, to 1 o'clock. But, at 6 a.m. in the morning, you really see the membership base, come in and utilize the facility. This morning we had, 3 guys in here already at 6 a.m., kind of dialing in their swing, looking at the data, really using the practice part of it, which you can see on the far left behind me, with the golf ball and the club. That's kind of you can get in on a range, look at data points, swing paths. The system takes video of you while you do it.
Oh, wow.
You can get into some AI generated, if you really want to dial in maybe like a pitching wedge, that you can set up a course that the AI kind of keeps going, whether or not you hit something, it'll change the layout of the range for you. And if you kind of hit a few good shots, it'll make the green a little bit harder. So that's really you got some really good technological advancement. It's really state of the art kind of stuff. That we do, and that's specifically for the practice stuff. We see a lot of that during the day for our members.
That is so cool, though. I mean, that's something, not to cut you off, Carlton, that we don't have in this side of the river too much. I mean, we have simulators, and those are fun to go do, but to have something to where you can truly gain that experience, you don't have to have your buddy filming 18 bad shots and you kicking a beer can over,
No. And so the cool part about the Five Iron brand is it kind of separates into 2 separate entities. So we just were talking about really that golf junkie, as we call it, look on site. We've kind of, everybody's in here just kind of grinding some shots out, looking at some data. But then towards lunchtime and into happy hour later on in the day, you get into the other side of our business, which we focus in on, which is more the social aspect. So you're coming in maybe for lunch. We've got a full food and beverage menu, pretty extensive cocktail list, beer, wine, mixed spirits. And then we have a really, really extensive food menu. So come in and have some lunch, maybe have some bites for happy hour. But then you can get into the social aspect of it. The lights turn down a little bit, music goes up, and then you see a little bit larger groups come in. They want to have some drinks and enjoy maybe some of if you look up in the top right behind me, you get into maybe playing a course or get into some of the fun social games that we have in the Trackman itself.
Well, that's what I was looking at. I mean, that board's beautiful, and I was seeing number one, we had the courses, which I saw. I just read that you have over 200 courses, and these aren't gyms 18. These are 200 fame courses that we would all come to know. But fill me in on these games first, because that looks really fun. And can we book groups of 10, 20 to have this experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're 10 to 20, you're getting more into the events territory.
Okay.
Bays, when you book a bay, you typically can have up to 6 people in the bay at a time. But the glory part about what we designed here is we have pockets of the bays that allow you to have groups of 12 to 20 people in it at a time. So yeah, we set up our facility is set up for that for sure. In the game specifically, I think you can see on there, it's a little target practice. So you can just set up, it's called Bullseye, and you can just kind of do like some short targets. They have some fun games for kids. There's a game where you shoot into a pond and it's got like wizards and monsters and stuff. It's actually pretty fun. Then they have putt-putt in there, and that's a really social one. You can get 8 people playing putt-putt on the simulator as well. So there's just a lot that it can do from that social side as well.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those things too, where how many times if you're a guy out there or a girl that's been playing golf forever and you have the other partner, significant other in your life that always wants to go, but we all know how that first encounter could go on a golf course, sometimes not very good, and this is honestly the best place to start. I mean, you're inside, you're in a great, beautiful location, and I mean, really just to have all these different aspects of the games, the competitive side of it, the practice side, which I think's cooler than anything, but also fill me in, it says online. What's that about?
Yeah, so you can, the online aspect, you can play tournaments, you can play in events hooked in online with people all around the world. So, there's challenges that you can do. There's actual Trackman, they call them Trackman challenges. So,
wow.
Or it's playing 3 holes on a course and trying to shoot a target score, or an actual 9-hole or 18-hole. They have those things built in where you can play people around. It's not necessarily like local to St. Louis. For example, as well, Mondays and Tuesday nights when we launch our league play, we will have a local champion, a club champion for St. Louis's location. But every league is also integrated into 5-Iron's national competition. So you're not playing just locally. Everybody is on a leaderboard that's integrated through Trackman, but in 5-Iron's whole database. So
that's pretty cool.
You're not just local. You're playing with people around the world. We're in Australia, Singapore.
Oh, wow.
We're expanding to Europe, so you're playing against those people live all the time.
I love this. Well, and wanted to get back into the community and group offerings, because we were talking a little bit about that kind of 6 is the sweet spot, but you can fit up to 12, 20 in those bays.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that comes with people can do birthdays or any type of smaller event, but you also do some pretty cool experiences, and also some semi-private and private rentals. Can you fill us in on those?
Yeah, no, we, like you said, we do events. We really specialize in on that, whether it's a corporate event, a happy hour, birthday, kids event, bar mitzvah, like whatever you want to do, our space is available for that. Now, when you get into a bit of the minutia of some of the golf specific things we do, we have Brian, our head pro here. He can do seminars with groups of people.
Whoa.
Whether you want to talk about golf etiquette, behavior around the golf course, or if you just do a group swing setting lesson, you can put those group packages together. And the good thing is even though we do offer and cater to our membership base here, you don't have to be a member to come here.
Cool.
So all of those things that we are talking about and listen isn't just for members. It's for the general public, whether you're a golfer or not. It is open to the public.
Well, and let's talk about these membership offerings and this grand opening special, because I know that we're running close on time. This is really, when we were looking at the prep sheet, and I was yesterday, I was talking to a few, I was expecting, before I got down to the number side, a couple $100 a month, upwards of $300, just because of the technology side for the really affluent golfers and the ones that really want to practice all the time with weather. I mean, look at this. I mean, $129 a month. It's normally $185, but even there, Carlton, I mean, that's a hell of an offer.
It's a steal.
Yeah. So what led to that price point? I mean, because I honestly was expecting a lot more than this.
Yeah, I mean, it's we want to build a membership base. We want to build a clientele. We want to be there for people that want to use the space. I mean, we want it to be accessible to people. So we wanted to start off at a point that was very reasonable. And those founders rates are still available. They're running out. They're still available. So like I said, we wanted it to be, affordable and available to when we open. So we didn't want to put ourselves in a position that, made it so, like you said, that's about 2 hours of bay time right now at prime time. We're seeing $65 an hour. So, 2 hours that equates to that first month buy-in for the annual founders rate.
Well, and especially when, I mean, heck, you and I both know the folks that are always on the courses when the weather turns warmer, but to now have that opportunity to keep that going and really get some good insights on your swings and everything else, I mean, that's a no-doubter for so many people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could pass up, especially if you're, a real golfer and want to come in and look at some data and have that accessibility to a club 7 days a week. Like I said, to reiterate, we're open we see people come in at 6 a.m. We've been open for 4 days now, and they're already coming in and using it at that time. So yeah, we want to be accessible. We want it to be affordable. We want it to be something that's open and able for the community to use.
Well, and before I let you go, fill me in on these member benefits real quick, if you could. So I know obviously you can walk in and play free for any time, but what else comes with it?
Yeah, you get 20% off anything in-house. So that whether that's food and beverage, whether you're going to sign up you and your buddies for a league night, you get 20% off that. If you want to do lessons with our head pro, Brian, you get 20% off. So really anything you do in the space, you get that benefit. If you sign up for the founders rate, you get $100 credit on your account, and you get a swing evaluation from Brian as well. So I encourage anybody that's looking, whether you're just trying to start up and maybe work on your swing, or if you're looking for a place and you don't belong to a club or whatnot, I would very much encourage everybody to take that while it's there and available.
Oh, 100%. And I can help Brian already, Carlton. Mine's just terrible.
We all can use work, right? Even myself, as being here all the time, I look forward to when I get to have him look at my swing as well.
Well, it's been great talking with you, and best of luck with everything going forward. I know I'm going to stop by and at least try you guys out. This sounds really cool, and really appreciate the opportunity to have you on. What's the best way to get all the information on upcoming deals, specials, and just more when it comes to 5-iron?
Absolutely. 5-Iron Golf has a website, 5irongolf.com. We have a landing page for our Clayton site. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a 5-Iron Golf St. Louis page. We're on LinkedIn as well. 5-Iron Golf also has an Instagram handle that they do for their global brand. So any of those pages will direct you locally to us. And we look forward to seeing you here.
Awesome. Hey, Carlton, thank you so much for your time. We'll talk again soon, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Thanks, CJ.
We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show as we wrap up this Tuesday morning with the Alton Municipal Band right after this in the heart of the 618.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
no matter the season. Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Is it humid out there? So, thank you. I got out there this morning, and I have a long sleeve shirt on, and I was like, you're an idiot. Why are you going out there like this?
I got the short sleeves. Maybe that's what.
Well, I went out there. I felt cold this morning. Like it wasn't 80 degrees. It was 70, but I thought surely it would be 80 degrees or feel like it by 7 a.m., and I need to quit calling myself Shirley.
It felt pretty good. Yeah, call me Shirley.
Well, I got to watch that movie tonight. The Municipal Band starts this Thursday.
This Thursday.
The first official rehearsal was yesterday.
Yes.
You guys are incredible.
We do, the way we start our season every year, we start with open rehearsals in May and then auditions in the last week of May. We had, 15, 20 people audition. It was great. And then our first official rehearsal is the Monday before our first concert. And that's the way we roll every week. We rehearse on Mondays out at the community college at Lewis and Clark, and then we do our concerts Thursday, Sunday. So it's new music every week.
This is what I think's cool too. It's not, and that's where I want to kind of hone in on too, Adam. It's not, it's not you guys. It's not Elvis in the '70s doing the same set list over and over for 7 years.
It is new.
You know what I'm saying?
It is new every week with a theme. We have a theme every week, and so people can kind of pick and choose. Hey, we've got fans that come to every single concert, which is awesome. But we've also got the folks who say, "Hey, I like this show. I like the children's show. I like this, something," and they come to what they want.
Well, and by the way, just because I just got an email that made me feel good, our Daily Show is ranking number 4 in Apple Podcast in a couple of categories.
Hey, that's awesome.
That's international too. How about that? It's because of guests like you, Adam. And what I think's really cool though is I'm really excited. And I don't talk about my personal life, but we have my life's changing, and we have fuller house, and being able to now be driving down the road Thursday and go hang out, or on a Sunday and go listen to some great music and head right up back the road, because Thursdays are right on the Riverview Park, and it's beautiful out there. There's no better setting with music. You guys make it look so cool. But on Sunday at Lucy Haskell, another great venue where you can go and just have fun with the family.
Yeah, both parks are awesome. I always tell people, when I take people to Alton, if I have friends from out of town come in, I take them to Riverview Park.
Oh, you have to.
Whether concert night or not, because you stand up there on that bluff overlooking the river, and it's absolutely beautiful. And then Haskell is so much incredible local history. I wore my Muni Band shirt today, but I was looking for my Haskell Playhouse shirt, and I couldn't find it. But it's incredible local history there, and just a beautiful neighborhood, and it really showcases the best of Alton's incredible housing stock and neighborhood feeling.
Well, it also showcases the history of it too, and I think that's what's so cool is, those folks that have been going to your guys' concerts in the summer, they've been going for a long time and it's become tradition. But what I find awesome is all the younger people that are there. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I went, whenever Heidi was doing the reading a couple of years ago, I wanted to go just to kind of show my support. But all the younger people there, you guys got a generation of folks that are keeping this going.
It's a family occasion.
It is.
People bring their kids, people bring a picnic, people bring, and you see multiple generations. You'll see a family come in and grandma's there and mom's there and the kids there. Kids are playing on the swings. I always love the background of the music is the swing set. the squeak of the swing set back and forth. So it's really an all ages, bring your family kind of event.
Well, and now what's going to be the first segment? What type of music are we listening to?
So the first segment, we had our first rehearsal last night. We're doing Strike Up the Band. Strike Up the Band. So we have a kind of just a variety of all kinds of stuff, old to new. We have stuff that was written just in the last couple of years, and then some stuff that was really, really old. The paper was yellowed. So we have a huge variety, awesome vocalists every week, and then we also have this semester a couple of new directors bringing in some new, fresh ideas. Chuck and Brad are both super great. Our longtime director, Jen, retired at our holiday concert last year.
Yeah.
So we, started the hiring process and did all of that. And so we're really excited. Anytime we can have new selections, new ideas, new. That's
right.
The way to go.
Well, and it just keeps building on itself, too.
Yeah.
And so for the folks that don't know, what time do the concerts start?
So our Thursday nights are at 7:30 up at Riverview at the Gazebo. Don't go down to the Sunken Garden. Oh, do. It's beautiful.
It is.
But
if you can make it up the hill. If you can make it up.
After you've browsed the Sunken Garden, walk up and head up to the Gazebo. And that one starts at 7:30. And then Sundays, we start a little earlier. We start that one at 7 at Haskell. Yeah. Helps for the folks, to be able to get home and get to bed and things to start their Monday morning the next day. So we like that earlier time on Sunday.
Well, and it's really just, I love the fact that what you guys bring to the city, too, because the municipal band, it's really just one of the coolest things. And I really didn't think that I'd be too into it. Like, I'm just going to be honest. It'd be one of those where it's nice to go to.
Yeah.
But I love it. I mean, you guys are talented musicians from all ages and all backgrounds. And how does your process work whenever you do open auditions, or what's that process look like?
So every year in May, and we just completed this process. Every year in May, we have open rehearsals on Monday nights out at Lewis and Clark.
Okay.
And on the last rehearsal, we have a sight reading audition. Now, we were talking before we went on. I often say we're a sight reading band. We read our music on Monday and then perform it on Thursday, which is really an incredible thing, and that's why we have a lot of music teachers and stuff like that in the group. So the audition is sight reading, and those are the hardest calls to make. Is when we don't have spots for everybody. We have about 35 people in the band total. Which is a nice, decent sized concert band.
Yeah.
But when you have 15 to 20 people audition every year, and including the people who are already in it, there's people who've been in this band for 40 years.
That's incredible.
I've been in it for 18. Gosh, time flies. But, there's just such a long tradition in history.
100%. And you have a moment to take a quick break with me?
Yeah.
We'll come back and we'll wrap up. We'll take a break for the 11 o'clock hour. You stay there. I'll stay here in the studio. Roku TV, RiverBender.com. It's our daily show.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
11:01, Daily Show continues on this Tuesday morning. Adam Rodgers back in the studio. My voice is gone. That's okay.
This isn't a good industry to be in when you lose your voice.
It's not, and I don't have a co-host because I'm an egotistical guy. You know, I didn't want them stealing my thunder.
You gotta have all the spotlight.
And that's right. But you know, so those are the things that happen. Like you just realize that probably within the next half hour, I'm gonna not be sounding too good.
You can croak the show.
I could croak on the show and get some ratings. Those are real ratings, Adam. Those are some real ones. The real ratings are if you stop by the Alton Municipal Band shows on Thursday and Sundays, and really just be a part of the community. And now, how long is the season?
So we run 8 weeks, June and July. You know, we used to do a little bit more, and then a few years we did a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
We really settled in to June and July. It's
your sweet spot.
It just fits really well, and it's before all the back to school hubbub. You know, we end and we start at right when everyone's off for summer. So June and July, 8 weeks long, every Thursday and every Sunday.
Well, and what I think is cool is just going back to it and seeing how talented Alton's pool of musicians is. I mean, whether or not you went to Marquette or Alton High or wherever you ended up at, but you're back here now. It's amazing to me to realize how talented the area is.
You know, so many of the folks in the band, myself included, came up through the Alton school system, and really had some awesome teachers there. And then I tell people all the time, Alton really supports the arts. Between our band, we have the youth symphony and the community orchestra and the symphony. And then if classical isn't your thing, there's all the stuff down at the amphitheater and take a walk down any of these places here on 3rd Street on the weekend. Gosh, we have a lot of music every night. Really,
we do, and it's not bad music. It's not a group of old men that just are blaring at the top of the. I mean, all the bands are fantastic. There's not a bad one.
There's something here for everyone.
Yeah.
I really think.
Well, and there's going to be a concert for everybody this season too. Fill us in on any of the bigger ones.
So our two favorites, the perennial favorites, children's concert happens. I think week 2 this year. I could be wrong. Check our Facebook. But children's concert's always fun. We play a variety of stuff for the young ones and for the children at heart. Our patriotic concert is another big one that we really are proud of, and that one is always our biggest audience, where we get to pay tribute to our veterans. We play all the Sousa marches you could ever want. But we have a new theme every week, and if you want to check out our concert calendar, it's in 2 places. Number 1, it's on Facebook. If you follow us, Alton Municipal Band, each concert is listed as an event, so you can click and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also like a full, kind of overall schedule.
I'd say so. You guys have this thing down pat.
We put Dan in charge of our social media, and he has rocked it.
Good job, Dan.
So awesome. And then I actually just had it published also to
What is the surprise guest?
Oh, well, we have every year our half concert. And the half concert is when the band only takes half of the hour, and then we have a guest that takes the second half. Last year we had the Red and Black Brass Band. This year we have a big reveal, so follow us on Facebook. And then our concert is also up on the City of Alton website. If you're not on the social media, I know a lot of people like to take breaks from that. So the general flyer is up on our website if you just go to the City of Alton and find Alton Municipal Band.
Well, and now this Thursday you can strike up the band at 7:30 p.m. at Riverview Park and really be a part of the kickoff for this. It's going to be a great time. And that Facebook page, just Alton Municipal Band on Facebook, you can see the upcoming events and goodness. You can also go to the City of Alton's website, and you can see all the events there, too. And, Adam, before I let you go, man, just keep up the great work when it comes to the band. Everyone does a fantastic job, and really just such a needed asset for the community and really the city, too.
I always say it's a quality of life thing.
100%.
Between us and parks and all those things that people... people kind of take it for granted, but
100%.
There's so many programs and institutions here in this city that really make the community great.
I agree. I'm going to let you have the last word on that. That was a good way to end it.
All right.
I don't have anything to say other than we'll see you at the concerts.
See you there.
We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. You guys have a great day. Stay dry this evening when the rain comes in, and most importantly, until we talk tomorrow, try your best to stay out of jail.